Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, so listen. Tomorrow, January the 29th, was supposed to be the sentencing for Miss Karen Huger. For those who don't know, Karen, the Grand Dame, star of the Real Housewives of Potomac, as what I call them, um, she was acting a fool a few months ago and was driving through a residential neighborhood, knocking pictures off the walls. Yeah, hit a tree, hit a couple of signs, car, girl, caught fire. Because she was acting like she was on the Fast and the Furious, pretty much. Well, tomorrow was supposed to be her sentencing to see what was going to happen uh, to her. Well, this is according to InTouchWeekly.com. So RHOP's Karen Huger fires lawyers after guilty verdict, acts to delay DUI sentencing for rehab. Girl, Miss Thing said, I got a clean house. Girl, you should have been... Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger fired her legal team after being found guilty in her DUI case and has asked that her sentencing be postponed to allow her time to finish rehab and talk with her new attorneys. In Touch can exclusively report. According to court documents obtained by InTouch, Karen's request to postpone her January 29th sentencing was granted. The judge set a new date, February the 26th, for Karen, 61, to find out what consequences she will face. Back in December 2024, a Maryland jury found Karen guilty of driving under the influence, negligent driving, and failure to control speed to avoid collision. The charge of reckless driving was dismissed. I'm still confused. How they even got the charge of reckless driving was dismissed. Girl, how? I said hi. The charges were filed against Karen after a March 2024 car crash. The RHOP star was accused of striking a median while driving her 2017 Maserati and then hitting a tree sign before slamming into a tree. Karen was arrested due to police believing she was under the influence. They didn't believe she was under the influence. I mean, she pretty much said it. Okay. She told them. Can we gonna be honest?
Oh God.
That's what I
I'm
thought.
lit.
Yes, you are lit.
Can you?
That's why you're here.
No.
So, prosecutors charged Karen with driving under the influence, negligently driving a vehicle in a careless and imprudent manner, endangering property, life, and person, and various other counts. But girl, they dismissed the reckless driving charge, though. Okay, girl. I guess a win is a win for Karen. In her motion filed on January the 9th, asking to postpone her sentencing, Karen's new legal team, David A. Martella and Barry Heflin, explained Karen had discharged her previous attorneys and hired them. Ms. Huger is seeking to have the benefit of counsel's 30 years of experience handling cases of this kind in the Maryland courts and is fashioning recommendations that state and the court may find acceptable to address the community's interest in accountability, rehabilitation, supervision, and deterrence, the motion read. Karen's new lawyer said they last spoke to Karen as she entered an out-of-state program that is appropriate for this case. The lawyer said they had no received permission from Karen to disclose the nature of the program. The rules of the program severely limit the counsel's ability to communicate with Ms. Huger and prepare for sentencing. Karen will be returning from the program on January the 28th, 2025, the day before the scheduled sentencing, the motion read. Can I say something? I'm not trying to be funny. Karen went to rehab for 72 hours. I know that some of you have already said that this is a way to show the courts that she is trying to make a change. But this is what the streets say is Karen's second DUI. So if you didn't learn nothing from the first go around, then I would not be convinced that you learned your lesson the second go around at the big tender age of 61. And then you try to hurry up and go to rehab before sentencing, girl, just for a few hours. And I'm supposed to be lenient because people want me, I'm acting like I'm the judge, because people want to convince me that, girl, you're trying to change. Did you try to change after the first DUI? And why did it take you so long to try and change this go around? Because if you really were trying to change, we wouldn't even be in this situation from the get go. I don't know how to judge. I don't know how that works. Y'all let me know. Because I'm just basing off my emotion. I don't know, girl. You know what you feel is completely different than what the law is. Okay. Cameron's new team said they also needed time to get fully informed about the nature of the case. She's a drunk who was knocking pictures off the wall, was driving through a residential neighborhood like, girl, she was on Fast and the Furious. That's the nature of the case. She hit a tree. She hit a sign. She hit another sign. Her car almost exploded. She had Ray out there. Girl, where my purse? Girl, she had Ray out there. Girl, where my purse at? She had her husband out there. Girl, digging through her purse, talking about, I don't know where it's at, baby. Oh, I'm looking for the license. She just had a couple of beers. Listen. The license. I don't see the license. We can tell you the nature of the case. They want to get fully informed about the nature of the case, the procedural history, the evidence that was presented at trial, and the client's personal and professional history. The RHOP's new lawyers asked for an extension until February the 14th to file a memorandum regarding what kind of sentence Karen believes she deserves. Girl, I'm not reading the rest of this. I'll put the link to the article in the description box. Y'all already know what's happening, basically. You know, at this point, it is what it is. Karen, girl, you know, I'm going to stand by what I said. I don't know legally what's about to happen. I just feel like Karen really could have nipped this in the bud when she woke up the next day. Even if Karen woke up the next day and she felt fine, right? We could tell by the video that Karen was a hot mess. But even if Karen woke up the next day and was fine, once they told her, girl, you were driving through a neighborhood recklessly, your car caught on fire, you hit a tree, you hit a couple of signs, girl, the cops were out there, the ambulance had to come. Once she found out those details, that should have been enough for Karen to realize, ooh, girl, last night was a mess. You see what I'm saying? But the simple fact that Karen continued to go about her life as if nothing really had happened, that's why I think people really don't feel sorry for Karen, because Karen didn't come into this situation accepting accountability for what she did. I was even trying to give Karen a small bit of a pass, like it's trifling as this is about to sound. I was like, well, you know, thankfully she was like, you know, on some back street, probably where nobody drives or is walking. Until I realized, I started saying, I was looking at the video, I said, girl, that's a house. I started seeing houses in the background, and I was thinking too, like, why was it a picture of a sign that basically is telling people to be careful for people walking? And then I realized, oh, this is a residential neighborhood. So that kind of like changed it for me. It would be bad either way. And again, maybe I was just trying to make excuses for Karen because I like Karen. But girl, Karen, I don't know. What do y'all think is going to happen now with the sentencing being pushed back? I mean, I guess that's good for Karen, with her trying to hurry up and go to rehab, her getting on TV acting as if nothing was wrong and that she was going to be vindicated. Just for that beautiful beam footage to roll out, and Karen was toe up from the flow up. Baby, I damn near threw up. Shout out to Shanae. Karen was toe up. I told you I was so embarrassed for Karen that I didn't even. It was to the point where I was like, I don't even know if I want to even put these clips in my videos. That's how embarrassed I was for Karen. That's how embarrassed I was for Karen. And then I was like, girl, I got to do my job. I don't know that lady in real life. Girl, I gotta report to the cousins what's going on. And this is what's going on. And this is what happened. Y'all can see it for yourselves. Here y'all go. Karen went to rehab for a few days and she already out. Y'all want to convince me that Karen going to rehab for what? Probably a month? With Karen having multiple DUIs, running into trees or a tree, running into signs, car catching on fire, that all of a sudden, girl, she's saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Spirit now. I mean, Karen doing what she got to do, I guess, to try to stay out of jail. But girl, this is your second DUI. That's what the people say. It is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think that this is going to work for Karen? Do y'all think Karen will be going to jail? Do y'all think that the judge will take into account that if Karen does have that other DUI, that girl, you ain't learned your lesson? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all let me know. All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.